not know much about. But anyway, he retired from there and came on full time 6 years ago. He's been here 25 years. He actually got commissioned here May 1st of 2000. So he's been here 25 years altogether, 19 reserve, 6 full time. And he's been here at almost every pay rise that has been in the history, almost every 4th of July. Been through all that. And he's no sign of slowing down. So he's not married to the city, but he did the next best thing he does. He is married to somebody that works for the city. So anyway, again, I just got something for Danny, and I did a plaque that didn't make it in. But anyway, can't say enough about people can come and go and thank you for a couple of years. Anybody can do that, but if someone's been here that time, you know the good and the bad. I think that's more important. We argue a lot, but as we get older, we're easier to irritate. But at the end of the day, we get a lot of stuff done, and he gets a lot of projects I have. He has the capacity to dive into stuff and get stuff fixed, and where I go on phone calls and emails and get lost, he can stay focused. So it's been a wonderful 25 years, and we're going to continue it.
Okay. Let's take a quick photo, council. Let's go ahead and stand, and we'll stand right behind. There we go. Make sure we can see. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Let me sneak. You guys stay right there. One snap for a selfie. Here we go. Come on over. Get in there.
I just remember that I had to tie it up on something. Okay. Make sure I can see you. Yeah, right here. Right here. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. Awesome.
No, it's been nice to hear 25 years. The biggest change in the last 25 years is watching Richard's place stand.
There we go.
There you go. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There you go. Congratulations. Thanks. Appreciate it, Danny.
Thank you.
All right. Lots of photos today. That's awesome. Great opportunity. Thank you, Danny, for everything. Appreciate it. Thank you for your help with that event for the Edwards Aquifer too. All right, let's go ahead and move on to number 8. And let's go ahead and take care of proclamations. And the first one is Police Week. Ola? Or who's got it?
What? You're supposed to do it.
Oh.
Well, we can read it if you want.
Yes, please read it. But who are we going to have? We're going to get police chief?
Yeah.
Yes.
Move this out of the way. Hey, hold on. You got to do the police?
You can Photoshop the previous picture in there.
I thought they stopped right there and all of a sudden they're gone.
I don't let them sit around much. You can't get no work done. Take a picture.
Are they coming back?
Yeah.
There we go. Come on over.
Where's Danny? All right, let's see what we got.
Come on over. I'll get you up here in front. Let me do this. Okay, who's going to read it?
It's okay.
All right. Here we go.
All right. Whereas police officers of the Lidle Police Department stand watch over our citizens, selflessly risking their lives to protect individuals, families, neighborhoods, and property of crime. And whereas it is important that all citizens recognize the duties, responsibilities, hazards, and sacrifices of local law enforcement agencies. And whereas Thursday, May 15th, 2025 is observed nationally as Peace Officers Memorial Day in honor of those law enforcement officers who, through their courageous deeds, have made the ultimate sacrifice in service to their community or have become disabled in the performance of duty. And whereas the Lidle Police Department, past and present, who by their faithful and loyal devotion to their responsibilities render dedicated service community. Mayor.
Now therefore I, Ruben Gonzalez, Mayor of the City of Lidle, hereby proclaim the week of May 11th, else want to add? Your families. Thank you to your families too, because the commitment that goes along with being able to do your duties. So I think, take a photo. Okay. Go ahead and council.
I'm short.
Okay,
That's going to be a problem.
we good?
There you go.
You got it? Okay. You got it? You good? All right. Any comments, Richie?
No, thank God, we appreciate everything, and, it's also, be able to keep us all rolling around here.
No, but we appreciate it,
We're
Richie.
just one little segment,
And let me make sure we take a photo of this.
We will.
All right, we got one more. Right? All right. Here we go. Steve?
Yeah, it's
Come on
you.
up. Come on up.
I appreciate it.
Come on. Another proclamation.
All right. Whereas public professionals focus on infrastructure, facilities, and services that are of vital importance to sustainable and resilient communities and to public health, high quality of life, and well-being of people of the city of Lytle, Texas. And whereas these infrastructure, facilities, and services could not be provided without the dedicated efforts of public works professionals who are engineers, managers, and employees at all levels of government and the private sector who are responsible for rebuilding, improving, and protecting our nation's transportation, water supply, water treatment, and solid waste systems, public buildings, and other structures and facilities essential for our citizens. And whereas it is in the public interest for the citizens, civic leaders, and children in the city of Lytle to gain knowledge of and maintain an ongoing interest and understanding of the importance of public works and public works programs in their respective communities. And whereas the year 2025 marks the 65th annual National Public Works Week, sponsored by the American Public Works Association / Canadian Public Works Association.
Council, take a quick photo. Director. Right. I think Anna doesn't have a problem with this one. Here we go. Go ahead. Got it? All right. Any comments? No. No. All right. Yeah, we'll take a photo and then we'll take a review. All right. Thank you. Anna says, boy, this is easy. I just get up and I just take photos and that's it.
Welcome to the city of Lytle.
We get a little bit of everything. All right. Okay, council. Let's go ahead and start taking care of some additional business. Item number 9 is consent of the agenda. A, consider approval of the minutes.
Mayor, I'd like to start making a motion to approve the meeting minutes for April 28, 2025 with amendments.
Okay. Got a motion on the floor. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Got a second. Any discussion?
So on the roll call, it indicates that David Emery was absent. David Emery was present. Okay. And then item 9G, the motion was made by me and it was seconded by Matthew Martinez. And it was indicated on the form to be David Emery. The third item is just logistical. You have the break information and my leaving before item 11. However, in item 11, I was part of the motion. So if you could move that block. Yeah, that was the results of the executive meeting on item 11. So if you could just move that block down. That's all I have from there.
Anything else? No? Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All yeas. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to B. Consider approval of the payment of the bills.
Mayor, I'd like to start by making a motion to approve the payment of the bills as presented.
Okay, got a motion on the floor. Do I have a second? You got a second? Thank you, Matt. Appreciate that. Okay, discussion.
The elite pumps the bearing and rotor, or bearings on rotor. Is that for a replacement cost, or is that the actual bearings and the rotor replaced?
Yeah.
Is that a repair cost or replacement?
That was a replacement cost out at the sewer plant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's quite an
Yes,
expensive
it was a big item.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Any other item? Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All yeas, motion carries forward. Thank you much. Appreciate that. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. Council, item number 10 this is the open session. Take action on items discussed. And we'll go into A, discussion and update concerning the closeout of AT&T accounts for the city of Lidle by Frontera Concepts. We got John. Thank you so much for being here, sir.
Good evening, everyone. So I'll start with a recap as short as I can give it. But many months ago, I'm going to say many months back in August and July, the city moved to, or planned to move to Rise Communications for internet connection at all city offices. AT&T was the better choice up until that point, and we went through the migration and began disconnect requests as early as August and September. The first official one was September. And since then, we've been deliberating with AT&T, going back and forth about official connection requests or official disconnect requests. We've talked to probably no less than 3 AT&T representatives. Our first attempt was speaking to the third-party provider, NetSpark, who was the initial and primary contact for AT&T. They were unresponsive to our initial request to disconnect services at all of the locations. That lasted for about 30 days. After 30 days, we took on that task ourselves directly, Frontera. That is, we became the first party to start to deal with AT&T directly and submit disconnects directly. And it's been a battle since then. So up to this point, AT&T is arguing that disconnects were not submitted correctly. Although we've got email and correspondence proof where the AT&T rep in charge of the city's account specifically asked us for a detailed list of all of the accounts that had to be disconnected at every location. And we submitted that request to him within a 24-hour period. It's basically denoting on one of your bills exactly which circuits and which accounts had to be disconnected. And we've shown them that proof. And we have other substantiating email showing what other dates and times we were to disconnect of specific circuits. But to this point, AT&T is not forthcoming with whatever credits are owed to the city for those disconnect requests. So at this point, we've already gone to our direct or your direct account manager. We've gone to the direct account manager's boss. We've threatened an executive complaint to go above both of them. And we've involved the city manager, we've involved the mayor. They've been involved initially on the phone calls to AT&T, and most recently there's been involved with direct communications to the senior manager for AT&T, who would give us these credits and would allow the proper disconnects to be credited. But we've made no progress up to this point, other than we've submitted every piece of documentation you could possibly submit to them. There is no equipment that belongs to AT&T that's still on your premises. We have proof of equipment that's been delivered. We have UPS labels. We have all the documentation showing they've received their equipment, and there's no reason for them to continue to build the city. But AT&T